Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Now if you've seen the title of this video, it should come to no surprise to you that we are looking at Poets of the Fall. I have covered them quite a few times on this channel already, about 6 or 7 times I think. Something like that. Anyway, whilst I was stuck in the hotel for the past 5 or 6 months, they released some new music, which I'm obviously very much looking forward to because, you know, I really enjoy their music. I think the last time I checked out one of their tracks was Dark Disquiet, I think was the last one that I looked at. And that was, that's got to have been maybe a year or two ago now. So a track we're going to look at today is called Requiem for My Harlequin. I do have lyrics here, but they do come from a fan website, so whether they're going to be accurate or not, I don't know, because fan website lyrics can tend to be a little bit sketchy from time to time. But anyway, we'll jump into this track and see what we have. So, Requiem for My Harlequin by Poets of the Fall. Let's have a look.
This is a requiem for the Harlequin, the great pretender crashing down with style. Here's to the fall of man, fame to dust, fortune to sand. The great surrender finally arrived. This is how the Requiem loves the Harlequin. Wake up, your chains are porcelain. Like a phoenix from the ashes, we will rise again. This is what the Requiem loves to hear you sing, to the beat of your foolhardy hammering. One more time, we'll cry into the night again. This is a requiem for the comedian, the one used to deftly dodge in time. You caught a sparkling gem, never heeding the warning, or the silver glint of knives in hungry eyes. This is how the Requiem loves the Harlequin. Wake up, your chains are porcelain. Like a phoenix from the ashes, we will rise again. This is what the Requiem loves to hear you sing, to the beat of your foolhardy hammering. One more time, we'll cry into the night again. So how does it feel now? Tell me, can you let it go? The wrong you can undo. So how does it feel now? Tell me, can you let it go? The wrong you can
Oh yes, just as I suspected, they did not disappoint. Poets of the Fall are always brilliant with their videos. Their videos are always fantastic and incredibly entertaining. And this one, mate, is no different. You got Marco going full Freddie Mercury on his walking stick. He's got the makeup on as well. He tends to wear face paint or makeup quite a lot in his videos. And this makeup actually looks quite a lot like the makeup he had on, I think it was Twilight Theatre. The album Twilight Theatre featured that makeup quite heavily, if I remember correctly. But as for the actual song itself, when I first checked out Poets of the Fall, one of you told me, each one of their albums has got every album sounds different. They've all got a different sort of sound, a different sort of style in every album, and it goes again with this one. And they've sort of leaned more into a sort of heavier style of music in this one, because a lot of people said they weren't overly fond of, I think it was Ultraviolet and the one that came before it, the name escapes me right now, because they started getting more because they were more sort of electronic, sort of poppy sort of albums. I mean, I thought they were great albums personally, but and then this one, this is quite a heavy track really musically, but it's brilliant. And again, Marco has just an absolute, is it Marco or Marcus, or just Mark? I can't remember. Anyway, he's got a fantastic voice. I've always loved the guy's voice. When I first heard Carnival of Rust, the first track of theirs I ever listened to, I went out and bought their entire discography because, I just fell in love with the guy's voice. I loved the style of their music. I love the way they present it. And again, the videos really, really help. So yeah, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, the song itself, it sounds like it's talking about a broken man trying to find his way back. Possibly broken-hearted, or maybe he's had his spirit broken or something like that. That's what it sounds like. Now, I know a Harlequin actually stood for something, because there were different clowns that were... I think it's the Piero, isn't it? That's the sad clown? And I can't remember what the Harlequin one... there's something for... No, unless the Harlequin is the sad clown. I can't remember, but I'm sure it's the Piero. Anyway, that's not the point. It sounds like a broken man trying to find his way back. And even the video sort of suggested that, because at the end, he's wiping off the makeup and he's happy and he's smiling, whereas when he had the makeup on, he seemed sort of sad and, dejected sort of thing. So I could be completely wrong, but that's what it sounds like to me. Anyway, we'll look at the lyrics. It says, "This is a requiem for the Harlequin, the great pretender crashing down with style. Here's to the fall of man, fame to dust, to fortune to sand, the great surrender finally arrives." So that just sounds like someone, falling from grace, as it were, the fall of man, fame to dust. So he used to be this great person and now he's sort of withering away in the darkness sort of thing. Fortune to sand, he used to be rich, but now all his riches have disappeared. That's what it sounds like. Anyway, then it comes in with that really catchy chorus, which, again, Poets of the Fall are really good at very catchy choruses. It says, "This is how the Requiem loves the Harlequin. Wake up, your chains are porcelain. Like a phoenix from the ashes, we will rise again. This is what the Requiem loves to hear you sing, to the beat of your full heart hammering. One more time, we'll cry into the night again. Whoa." And then it does a whoa, whoa bit afterwards. But so, again, wake up, your chains are porcelain. These chains are breakable. Porcelain can be quite tough, but it's also very easily broken. So, he's saying, look, these chains that you're wearing, they're not made of steel, they're not made of iron, and you can break free of these chains, and you can, it says that, like a phoenix from the ashes, we will rise again, so you can break these chains, and you can, pull yourself out of this misery that you find yourself in. You can rise up and be great again. It comes back in, "This is a requiem for the comedian, the one who used to deftly dodge in time. You cut a sparkling gem, never heeding the warning of the silver glint of knives in hungry eyes." So, the silver glint of knives in hungry eyes, that sounds like jealous people, when you're famous, when you're popular, there will always be people that want to try and bring you down. You know, people that will want to stab you in the back, try and ruin your reputation, you know, try and destroy everything that you've worked so hard for. And then it goes back into that chorus. This is how the Requiem loves the Harlequin. Wake up your chains of porcelain like a phoenix. From the ashes we will rise again. This is what the Requiem loves to hear you sing. To the beat of your full heart hammering. One more time we'll cry into the night again. Excuse me. Then there's the bridge. So how does it feel now? Can you tell me? No. Tell me, can you let it go? The wrong you can't undo. So how does it feel now? Tell me, can you let it go? The wrong you can't undo. So this sounds like the person himself actually made a mistake and he's been dwelling on it. And he's saying, look, can you tell me that you will let it go? You know, forget the mistake that you made. It's gone, it's past. Move on from it. And you can carry on. You can rise again. Tell me, can you let go of what you did in the past? Can you let go of this mistake you made? And then it comes back in with the chorus, but it is a slightly different chorus. And it's not actually presented differently in the track as well. It says, this is how the Requiem loves the Harlequin, breaking up this heart of porcelain. From the ashes we will rise again. This is what the Requiem loves to hear you sing. To the beat of your full heart hammering. One more time we'll cry to the night again. This is how the Requiem loves the Harlequin. Wake up, your chains are porcelain. Like a phoenix, from the ashes we will rise again. This is what the Requiem loves to hear you sing. To the beat of your full heart hammering. One more time we will cry into the night again. So, you know, he's repeated the chorus twice there, but the first part of it is an altered version. You know, he said, breaking up this heart of porcelain. And, you know, instead of like a phoenix, from the ashes we will rise again, he just says, from the ashes we will rise again. But, you know, this is again, you know, I pretty much expected it from Poets of the Fall. This is another fantastic piece of music. I absolutely love it, and I'm sure this comes from a new album, which I'm not aware of just yet. And I'm sure there's plenty of other tracks from this that I need to check out. But, you know, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love it. They didn't let me down again. What more can I say? Not much. So I'm just going to leave that as it is. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
This is how the Requiem loves a Harlequin, breaking up this heart of poor